Welcome to Oops, All Apocalypses, a show where we explore the collapse of society by playing fun tabletop role-playing games. I am Stu Masterson, and I'm joined by two Woolly Willies.
Two what?
Woolly Willies.
Woolly Willies. Oh, are those the things you do the face?
Yeah,
the magnets?
It's the thing, the magnet with the face.
For some reason, I was thinking of mammoth, and I was like, damn, we're not that fat.
Speak for yourself. I'm a beefy boy. Speaking of, this beefy boy is Brady. I play Book McReady, a super smart, super sleuth who realizes that his power of deduction could probably use a little work.
And this woolly boy is Jacob. And I play Ocean, a gentle giant. Crap, I lost it.
Who is dealing with ongoing tinnitus.
That's an incredible one. But I was going to say who is now a elite hacker man.
Oh, that's good. This intro needs to be short because we're doing beginning of session moves, which are also as boring as our intros. So we're going to go to our questions to fall in love.
My favorite part of the whole episode.
Yeah, same.
What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Oceans is building the spider.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm excited to get back into the spider. We gotta do more spider stuff.
I'm very excited. I want to upgrade the spider. That's what I'm excited to do, and like somehow tricking it out more. But yeah, no, Ocean's proudest accomplishment is building that hunk of junk and turning it into a very usable, very, very effective traversal of the subterranean depths.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's get in that thing soon.
I agree. Book's greatest accomplishment is teaching Ocean everything he ever knew about computers.
Hey, as far as Ocean knows, that's true.
I forgot to answer last week, so I'm going to do it real quick.
Yeah.
Last week was what's something you've dreamed of doing for a long time but haven't, and why haven't you done it? I want to go to Antarctica. I think that'd be very fun.
Dude, me too.
But
I'm
honestly,
so
can we
tempted to
do that?
sign up for those like year-long programs. The pay is
let's figure out a way.
all right, but
Can we do a live record in Antarctica?
I think the internet is shit.
Antarctica.
20,000th subscriber will be for going there, and then the greatest accomplishment of my life. That's way harder on a personal level, man. I'm glad I don't have to fall in love with anyone. Greatest accomplishment of my life besides this podcast that is overwhelmingly successful.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like professionally, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at.
Stu is very good at his job.
I'm jealous.
I think I'm happy with my job because I'm like, it's not even that impressive. It's just that there's not many people who do it. And I'm not going to elaborate on what I do, but it's just there's a handful of people who do it. And I do it pretty well compared to all those other people.
I thought you were going to say something like being the most charismatic person you've ever met.
No, I am the funniest person I've ever met, though. That may be it. I laugh at my own jokes more than anyone else. I used to say, this is actually a good transition because in my opinion, I'm now the funniest person because before my three funniest people were Mitch Hedberg, Greg Giraldo, and Norm Macdonald, which all have died. So in my lifetime, as they were my three favorite comedians for a very long time, they one at a time have died, letting me climb the ranks to now be the funniest person of all time.
Now you got to start doing stand-up.
And let's get back to the action. We're going to kick off the beginning of session moves by rolling Book's new move, which requires him to roll devotion to see how helpful his followers are going to be.
So is it just a straight 2d6?
No, it's roll
It's
cool.
cool.
I got a full success, so.
Nice. Excellent. So they're going to help you out to the best of their ability. And we'll detail that in later.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea because I have sort of some things that I actually want to do.
And now both of you are going to roll living day to day, which is plus barter.
Or minus barter.
I was about to say, I think we're both minus barter.
I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3.
Oh my god, I rolled a 10.
No, you did it.
Wow. This is the first barter success in 18 episodes.
Okay, what happens on a miss is I make my move as normal, but I'm going to make something go wrong by choosing something you need and telling you that you haven't been able to get it at all. An easy one is medical supplies, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I will because it's easy. and and you won't be able, you'll start off more wounded than you would have been. So if this wasn't the case, I was going to have you guys basically healed up to full by the time we kick off.
Oh,
But
wow.
instead, since medical supplies are extremely limited right now,
How about we say that
basically,
he sewed up Ocean first and then realized he was completely out of suture thread.
Use some
So when he
floss
went
for book.
so he just used like tape and floss and super glue.
both of you are going to be stable now because you have seeked appropriate medical attention. So you're at least
Sought?
stable,
You mean sought?
seated. You have seeked out medical attention. And so both of you are stable. Ocean, you're going to be down to 3 o'clock harm, and both
Okay.
you are still at 6 o'clock harm.
Okay,
But I
that's,
marked stabilized.
that's what I
Yes,
said.
but you
That's
are
not bad.
stabilized.
That's not bad.
So I have
That's not
2
bad for
harm.
me.
And so Ocean has 1 harm and I have 2 harm.
Yes, that's the smart way of saying what I did.
Okay.
Since you
I
rolled a
hate the
full
harm
success,
clock.
I love it. Since you rolled a full success, Ocean, there are 2 things that are going to come very easy to you,
Okay.
and they're going to be news. There's going to be a outside group that has previously I mentioned that you guys had been missing a lot of like trade caravans recently because some of the issues with the town, but an outside group has recently showed up in order to do trade. Probably not the best time for that to happen as an important infrastructure has just exploded, but they are arriving now, and we can do a little scene with you guys meeting them at some point.
Okay.
Right now, something that is easy to come by is also access. Right now, Hickory's men are scrambling to repair things. They are not very focused on their day-to-day harassing of the people. So besides the fact that you may be directly dangerous people, potentially, in their minds, you don't know what they've figured out, what they think right now. But besides that, just generally in the town, coming in and out, there's not as many people on his team staked out, checking things out. Most of them are around the courthouse right now.
Okay, that's actually pretty helpful.
And then we have a beginning of session move with Ocean, where I believe I still have hold 2 on you. So there's a good chance you trigger a vision right now.
It's at the beginning of the session, roll hard. On a 10 plus, the MC holds 1. On 7 through 9, the MC holds 2. On a miss, the MC holds 3. If the MC now has 3 hold or more, they must begin the session by spending 1. So there's no way for you not to begin this session by spending 1, I think.
Excellent. That
So-
also means I think I was supposed to spend 1 last time, but I didn't.
All right, let's see. Let's see how much you got on me. That's an 11, so
Okay, so just 3 total, and I'm going to spend 1 immediately. You're going to be down at 2. Pick your vision you want to have as you're coming out of your medically induced coma.
let's go with an unsettled place of constant motion, shuddering, and pitching.
Ooh.
And I am going to go for the person, a child, face half covered. I like picking the weirdest
so
possible
excited.
combinations just to see
Yes,
what you do.
I appreciate it. Okay. As you're kind of drifting in and out of consciousness, you've noticed these last couple days, it's going to be like 2 weeks later. When
Can I
we
just say
cut back to the action.
canonically, the reason the subject of the vision is a child face half covered is because when Ocean unconsciously can still see the corpseless head of Vesuvius.
That could be what triggered it.
You're just fading in and out of consciousness. You've noticed this last week or so, you've started feeling a little better. You've been able to keep food down well. You got the appropriate amount of blood back in you. And some of your like extremities are starting to recover.
Are you saying a
not
week has
quite as sore.
passed?
Yes,
So what happened to the town hall meeting?
exactly.
I was about to say, I think we'll learn soon.
Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm just an anxious little boy.
I know. I was excited for the town hall meeting scene.
I was
Thought it gonna
too.
be dope. Yeah. Then you guys had to
I
go and get blown up.
No, but I had a plan for it.
That sucks, doesn't it?
So did it still happen or did it get postponed?
You'll find out.
Right. You said that already. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Oh, no.
As you're drifting in and out of consciousness, another vision comes to you. And like always, it starts in the dark, which actually feels a little welcoming to you. It's a nice, relaxing, you can tell you're deep, maybe deeper than you've ever been before right now. And the spider is behind you actually, and you go over to it and you flick on the lights and it shines against this beautiful cave wall, and you see it looks like something used to be here and has collapsed downward, and the ground feels a little different than normal. You know, you're in mostly a lot of very rocky places or things that have been paved centuries ago, but this is like loose sand, and it's actually like hard to get your footing in it, and it's a little abnormal. And as you're walking through it, you look around, you don't see anyone else. But as these lights flick against the walls, you keep thinking that they're moving some. Like there's just a little bit of movement, but as you focus on them, that it goes away. It seems just like stone wall. You look at this wall closer with the lights shining on it, and again, it just keeps seeming like it's like almost writhing just a little bit, and then it stops, and you can't really figure out what it is. And you're starting to piece together what it looks like. There's these large, though it's not just like a smooth wall. There are these large circular structures spread all throughout it on this huge, like arching stalagmite coming out that goes all the way from the ceiling or from the floor to the ceiling. Stalagmites start on the ground, just covering these walls. And they all have these strange kind of circular shapes spread all along the inside of them. And just whenever you're not looking at them, it seems like they just start writhing a little bit, kind of twirling downward. And you feel the sand start swirling around you just slowly and slowly. And it gets even harder to catch your footing. And you hear someone yell out. You hear this just kind of scream, and you turn around and you see a face that looks a little familiar to you, but you can't piece together who it is. But it is a young child, and they're reaching out from the sand, trying to grab on and get purchase, but it has reached up right to their nose. So you just see their eyes poking out of it as they're scrambling, trying to grab on, trying to just little bursts of yelling are able to escape from the sand before the sand covers back on top of them. And as you run up to help them reach down and grab their arm, you snap out of it.
Weird.
I didn't understand what you meant about the circle things at all.
That's fine. But you probably wouldn't recognize it either, so me describing it poorly is very accurate.
Okay.
If I said what this thing was, you guys would be like, oh, okay, that's obvious. But it's something you haven't seen before.
Okay.
And I described it accurately-ish using cave-based allegory.
I was about to say, this one strikes me as much more symbolic than my previous visions.
Well, apparently everything is still a metaphor, so that's
Yep, it's a metaphor, fool. Okay, you guys are coming to from your thing. Maple is still over you. You
So
haven't
we
seen...
were out for a week?
Yep. Oh, finally. It's been like almost 7 days since you've been out there.
I sit straight up. I'm like, 7? Are you fucking kidding me? What happened?
Vesuvius tumbles off of your lap. Oh, no. Help. Hey, I do not like being on the ground here.
I pick him back up. Put him
Thank
on my
you.
lap.
Ocean's just going to groggily come forward and be like, what? What? How?
What happened at the town hall? What happened? What did they still have the town hall meeting?
Yeah, it turned a little more to like an emergency town hall meeting to try to figure out what had gone on at the courthouse. It was pretty awkward from my perspective because I do think you guys may have had something to do with it. But
I already told you we didn't. His torso did.
yeah, thank you for specifying that it was my torso and not me. I had no control over that. I promise you. Well, yeah, it was not the normal. It wasn't the planned event, basically. People were going a little crazy, a little worried. They don't know why we would have some people attacking us. Some people think Hickory did it on purpose to try to draw up more scarcity. I think that's the Johnny Hurts opinion of what went on in this situation.
Have we had any power since it happened?
Yeah. Power's been on. It's been a little less stable. You'd probably be dead if the power didn't come back on, just to be honest here. But it's been on. It's been flickering way more than usual. But we have some power.
Book just nods his head slowly and kind of lays back down and pets Vesuvius's head.
Ocean's going to
purrs.
turn to Book and be like, wait, Book, weren't you supposed to speak at the town hall?
Yeah, I don't really want to think about it right now. Not Vesuvius. Hickory's gonna fucking kill me.
I was just going to say, what the is he? I wonder what he's going to, wonder if he's looking for us. I wonder if he blames us
Yeah,
for
he
it.
is. Callista comes in, goes, yeah, he's been going door to door. They ransacked your places a little bit.
Oh
Definitely
god, did they break the
confirm-
mirror?
I don't know what you're talking about, but would not be surprised. They're definitely looking for you. I think they think you left town, which is what a smart person would have done if they sabotaged and blew up a building.
But
But I
we
don't
didn't.
Just say we
I
didn't,
don't think
Callista, I promise.
they certainly don't think you were also blown up with it. So you're a little bit off their trail right now, but I'm not. I don't. If you start showing up, I don't know who will and won't talk.
Well, I think that rules out Hickory sending some men with us to Crandall's place.
But do we even need to go anymore? I look at Vesuvius's head. This obviously wasn't Crandall's doing.
Please do not take me back there.
You were never there, Vesuvius.
I don't know where I was and where I won't.
But I hold his head to my face, I make eye contact. I hold his head up and I make eye contact with him, and I say, "Listen, Vesuvius, I know that we hurt your feelings before, but do you trust us? Do you believe us now that you aren't the original Vesuvius?"
I will admit something is afoot here, as my torso has left my body and I am still A-okay. I came out of this better than you guys, apparently, even though I am just a floating head. So I will admit something is wrong here. I don't think it's my fault. And there may be, I understand what you're saying about there potentially being another Vesuvius.
So listen, Vesuvius, it is
Have you
not
heard
your
of the ship of Theseus?
Unfortunately, I have. It wasn't your conscious fault, but you were made to fulfill a purpose, and I hope that purpose was fulfilled just now. Otherwise, I don't know what we're gonna do with you.
That was my torso's doing, like you admitted. I did not have anything. I only came in there because I thought I heard something was going on, and I thought maybe you guys were up to some of your classic shenanigans. So I was like, if I'm the person to check out this building, I'd rather it be me than this other tool. And I came in there, and then that's when I started feeling bad. That's when I got I thought it was maybe an acute appendicitis coming on, but apparently it was some sort of explosive device that had been installed in my general torsic region.
Yeah, I kind of came to that conclusion as well after you blew up in my face. Which of his shoulders is still partially intact?
His right shoulder.
I still have the strap from the light, basically the light that broke. I never fixed the light. I never remounted it to the strap. So what I would like to do is I'd like to basically secure Vesuvius's head to my shoulder where the light was, and use the bits of his shoulder as sort of a brace against my shoulder, so it looks like I have two heads.
That is disgusting, but okay. I thought you were going to go with a Krang situation, but this other
I was
one.
about to say, I think you strap him to your back. This works.
No, I don't want him to have to look behind me though. I mean, that would be useful, but I mean, he could warn me of things coming up from behind, but I kind of just wanted him to be the most comfortable that he could be.
Yeah, thank you. He has been greatly washed off, so now he just kind of has a hunk of skin flap down there, so it's not as gross as it was before. But you're able to affix him to your shoulder.
Yeah, I want to use his skin flap as a sewing a place to purchase straps and hooks and things, so it looks really disgusting.
Yeah.
Ocean's gonna kind of
Question:
turn
does
to.
this count as one armor by any chance?
No.
Okay.
Ocean's gonna kind of turn to Book and be like, I still think we might want to head to Crandall's place. I'm curious to see if this is Vesuvius or if there really is another Vesuvius.
Well, it's definitely not it's yeah, I agree.
I was about to say, maybe they took the old Vesuvius and transplanted him with a bomb. And
the thing is, I am still worried that Crandall may be I don't know. Hey, Vesuvius.
Yeah.
Did Crandall sound different at all, or just act different?
No, I can't. How many times must I elaborate? He was not personally acting any stranger. He was telling us to go collect things that were abnormal.
For him?
Yeah, for him.
Okay. Your distinction that you're trying to draw right now is not very convincing.
It's a very important distinction. He was not suddenly being all weird and so reclusive or anything like that, or yelling at us strangely.
I mean, you acted just like Vesuvius. You just spoke with a slightly different accent.
Yeah, he sounded the same to me, but who knows? Maybe my ears are different than other people's ears.
Maybe.
Well.
But I don't want to bring you back there because you just asked us to not. But I don't want to. I don't want to leave you by yourself. You can't move. You can't. What if we disguised you? Would you feel better about it?
Yeah, with a sunglasses and one of those
Like
fake mustaches.
And a hat. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you already kind of look like Burt Reynolds, just without the mustache.
thank you. I take that as the highest compliment.
We could always leave Vesuvius with fuck, what's his name?
Den?
Din. Because Din likes us.
Yeah, since you rolled a full success on that, he would take him if you wanted him to. But if you want Vesuvius with you, you can definitely bring him. You do have to give him a disguise that you described, though.
Yeah, I would like to give him a disguise. I like having this little Muppet creature on my shoulder. Are the lights on, or is it? Did we awake in under cover of darkness by any chance? Perhaps, mayhaps, maybe.
If you want to, you guys can leave this building whatever fucking time you want. So if you want to leave at nighttime, that's cool.
Well, the thing is, I would like to go. I feel like as a person, we would go back to our places and see the damage.
Yeah, you can try to do that.
Okay, but our place is being watched is the question.
Maybe you can ask one of your followers to check it out.
No, I don't. No, I'm not. No, it's okay. Actually, I do ask Den to come with us, though.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll go with you. Check it out.
Okay.
Make sure none of his men are scoping it out. Be a little extra firepower if you need it, you know. Please don't make me shoot anyone.
I wouldn't dare, unless I really need to. I say under my breath.
Do we want to go to Books or my place first? Or Ocean's place?
Based on the map that I started to draw today, I think Ocean's Place is closer, because you have to kind of like hike up kind of into the cave wall in order to get to the cave opening that I live in.
Okay. Yeah, and that will give us a chance. If we go to your place last, that'll give us a chance to take a look at the secret room again and the light.
Yes, indeed.
You guys are very careful and sneaky around the edge, so you go along the ledge towards Subtropolis and sneak up along, peering at Ocean's building, and there's no one there. Seems like they probably thought you guys have bounced from town after they checked it out thoroughly. It's hard to tell that Ocean's place is ransacked because it already looked like that. But Ocean, you can tell, like to you, Book, it's like, I don't know if they were even here. Ocean, you know all your special things are not in their special places.
Exactly the spot that I feel like they need to be, and things are off.
Yes.
Ocean's gonna look at this place and he's gonna be like, "What have they done to my stuff?" It's just in a frenzy.
Din's like, yeah, it's a travesty.
Book looks tiny bit to his right and makes eye contact with Vesuvius and just shrugs, but Vesuvius' head goes up and down and kind of jostles.
In a frenzy, Ocean's gonna like run to his place and start grabbing things like, this does not go here. This goes over here with the other thingamaboob. And this thing comes with all the whirligigs. And he's just like sorting all his things in like an angry passion.
Like Ariel after her father blew up her human stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Ocean is basically the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, really he is.
I always pictured him as a hoarder because his lack of memories, he's filling the hole of his lack of memories.
That could be exactly why he is hoarding. But as Ocean's like cleaning up his stuff, he's going to look and specifically he's going to go to the spider and see if the spider's been touched or tampered with or anything.
You look in the spider, your cigarettes have been dumped out onto the side, like they were looking see if there's anything hidden in there. The glove box is open, but everything else is the same.
Okay.
And my Jeep is there too, right?
Yes.
How is that? How's my Jeep?
Your Jeep didn't have anything in it, so I think it looks the same as it did before.
Perfect. It actually, it had a 21 Pilots CD in it.
Okay, that is still in there.
Ocean's going to look for the radiator-looking device that was in that he saw on the Psychic Maelstrom.
That is still there, and it is wherever you put it because it's pretty heavy, and they wouldn't have taken the effort to.
He's gonna be like, real quick, I just want to try something, and he's gonna touch it, and he's gonna see if it speaks.
Ooh,
it went poorly
nice.
last time, but I want to know what the fuck this thing does.
Like it. Okay, give me your weird roll.
Let's see if it's better than fucking Snake Eyes. That's much better than Snake Eyes. That's a 8.
Okay, I think you can ask me one question from that list.
Let me pull it up. On a 7 through 9, yeah, ask one. It's the same as like
Read a Sitch,
except it's psychically reading a thing. What's wrong with this, and how might I fix it?
Ooh, that's the most exciting one. I did not think you were going to ask that one.
I thought about some others, but then I saw that and I was like, you know what? That will tell me exactly what this is.
You touch this thing and you just feel inside yourself getting pulled through the entire history of this object since it was first created, when it was used, when it was discarded. but most of it just blows by you way too fast to notice exactly what's happening. Like you just see shadowy figures touching it, getting installed somewhere, moved. You see its recent history. This is all in jumbled order, like not chronologically. See its recent history, some people around it. You see yourself picking it up. But then you focus on it and it kind of comes apart and you get like this schematic view of how everything ties into each other.
The exploded view.
An exploded view. And that's too soon to use the E word.
True. That's true.
And you see that this is accurately to how I kind of accurate to how I over described it previously. This was at some point attached to a very large CPU, something that's larger than you think should exist, that wouldn't fit in a computer. Like you can picture the CPUs that were in all those racks, and they were normal size, like this little big. This one would be like this big. And I'm doing hand motions, which is useless to our listeners, but it was too big to fit in a mailbox, but big enough to, or small enough to fit through a doorway.
Picture your TV in like 2005.
No, it's an extra large pizza place from one of those places that has way too big slices of pizza. Is how big it.
Picture your TV from 1992.
And to fix it, yeah. So sorry, I gave you not even what you asked for. My bad. Wow. So right now the radiator part works, the fan works, but it seems to require some coolant that is not just standard like water cooled. It's something that can get to like near absolute zero temperatures. So something very rare that it does not have in it right now. It would work with just water, but be way shittier. You can tell for its intended purpose, it should be something that can be hyper-cooled to just beyond the Bose-Einstein condensate level.
Nice.
Damn. Well, shit.
Yeah, you think if someone understood what this was, it would be worth like everything. If someone had a good use for it, it would be tremendously valuable.
Well, Ocean's definitely gonna hold on to that thing. He's like, well, this is going in a special pile.
This is my new backpack.
Well, him going to come back to Book and be like, well, it doesn't look like anything's been moved. Wow, it doesn't look like anything's been taken. They've tampered with all my crap and moved it around.
Can we establish how long we've been here? Like, has it been like 3 hours of Ocean just like slightly adjusting the position of tiny objects?
It's been like 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going to come out and say, it's going to take me days to fucking reorganize this. But nothing's been taken, I don't think, from what I can tell.
I'm going to pat him on the shoulder with my left arm because my right arm has a Vesuvius head on it. I'm going to say, I'll help you put everything back. I promise.
As you do that, he picks up a plate and switches it in location with another plate and puts it right back. It's
nice.
Much appreciated. But yeah, I don't think anything's been taken. So if we want to check your place out next.
Sounds good.
You head towards Book's cave. And
McCready Cave.
I just had a really good idea for something. But I'm going to...
Go for it. No, go for it. Fuck it, dude.
So after touching the radiator, Ocean's going to be like, you know what? I got a lot of information from this. And he's going to like, what artificial things do we have else going on? He's going to look at Vesuvius.
Hell yes.
And
Hell
his
yes.
eyes dart back and forth.
Hell yes.
Vesuvius, this might feel a little weird. And I'm going to see if it speaks the artificial bits of Vesuvius.
I want to know if he is a cheezoid.
Roll a thing speak. Such a cool move.
That is another 9, exactly the same. But that is actually perfect because there's only really one question I really wanted to know, and that was, who made this?
You put your hands on the side of Vesuvius' head, and he goes, what's going on? Well, I don't like this. I don't like this. And suddenly his eyes kind of just like go blank, and you shoot into his mind, and you see some images of the Vesuvius you know and love drinking in the bar with you, staying at your house. And then it shoots backwards and you see him in a room that looks fairly similar to your vision, where you saw all of the same person and a bunch of different doors open up, except much more realistic and not infinitely spanning in a circle of a bunch of identical doors. You see him in one of those, and you see a bunch of robotic arms looking at this scan of an image of Vesuvius. There's a picture of Vesuvius on this giant monitor, and you see these robotic arms moving around in all these different places, constructing him, and it creates this completely Vesuvius-like person And as his eyes open up, you snap out of it.
Shit.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
The picture of Vesuvius that it was basing it off of, did that look familiar to Ocean?
Yes. It looks like it was taken exactly from the angle of that high-def camera that was in front of Crandall's place.
Fuck.
Oh,
So he's not Cheezoid?
interesting. That, Okay. As Ocean comes to, it's like, Vesuvius,
Yeah, that was weird.
did you see any of that?
Nope.
Well, I'm going to turn to Book. I was like, this is going to be hard to believe, but you're not the original Vesuvius. And then I'll share everything.
Are you sure?
And then I'll share everything I saw in the vision.
And Book nods and goes, huh. So I guess you weren't a mole monster thing.
But like, how do I know everything that happened from before then? Like,
Probably because you are a mole monster thing. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna squint at him real hard, and then I'm gonna squint real hard at Ocean. And I go, "How'd he get the jerky?"
would you like to touch me again and try to figure out? That's a joke. Don't do that.
I think one is enough.
Don't do that. No, I don't understand because like I remember my Papa Pay.
What a name.
And my May.
It's Papa Mpe.
Papa
Papa Mpe. And
And
Mama St. Helens.
My May.
Mama.
My May.
No, it's Mama
Like,
St. Helens. Like Mount St. Helens.
I remember them growing up with them as an only child and like living down here, scraping by, finding Crandall and thinking, man, this guy's weird, but he seems to have a pretty cool place. Joining on with him. I remember hours of just terribly droll watch, just sitting there shining that light. Them howls coming every once in a while and getting startled. And then you guys coming out of nowhere. I remember all this. I remember all that. I remember yelling down at you and saying, like, I can come right down, but I could stay right here, something like that. Shit, I can't remember the exact word anymore.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny at the time, in context, not in isolation.
It was kind of funny in context and not in isolation.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a lot of things we got to figure out here. But why were you, did they create you in the first place? How did they, we don't have any of the puzzle pieces here. We just know the end result.
Do you have any missing time?
No, I don't. I remember everything. Like, boom, boom. There's no like time period. Again, I don't keep calendar very well, but there's nothing that jumps out to me as missing from my history. It's all up here in the old noggin.
Well, that's neat. And I keep walking towards my house.
You go towards your house and your cave, sorry, and you do see people camped out front, but you can tell these are not Hickory's men. These are a bunch of people wearing exotic foreign clothing that you would not see from people from this area. And there is a small caravan set out right outside of your home. And it looks like they have a couple large carts that they've been pulling with these like tractors, like John Deere tractors.
Hell
So
yeah.
it seems like how they traverse the underground, which I guess you guys don't know what farming is, but they're good for pulling these large things. And there's probably a dozen or so of them. And it looks like they're setting up camp for the night.
I think Book perceives that they aren't a threat. Or maybe not. They're not the threat that Book was expecting, and so he's curious and he wants to investigate. So I'm gonna walk right up to them.
And one of them stands up and goes, Hey, did you, are you one of the locals here? We're kind of closed up shop for the night, but if you need anything, we can spin back up. Looking to make a trade.
What do you sell?
Oh, we got all sorts of cool things. We've been all over. We've been trolling through the long dark, finding all sorts of cool caves. We've come across a few different settlements and pick up what we think is interesting. But you just have a look. Got all sorts of things for you.
Well, why don't we be here in the morning?
Yeah. We're going to be here about 2 more days probably before we move on.
All right. Do you guys? I turned to my compatriots. Do you guys want to shack up at my place for the night, and then we'll take a look at their wares tomorrow. See if there's anything useful for our trip, like any fake mustaches or anything.
Yeah, that seems a good enough excuse for me.
Okay. All right. And I want to. I'm Book is kind of itching to get back to his cave and see if anything's broken. So
Yeah, as you walk by, he goes, whoa, where are you going?
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Is that okay?
Yeah, why are you going into this cave?
Why? Why do you ask?
We got some people in there sleeping.
That's my house. That's my house. Did you take anything out of there?
No, I thought it was unoccupied.
No, that's my house, pal.
Oh, shit. Give me a sway, someone.
No.
Ocean, can Ocean help here? I'm assuming
Yes,
by your.
if he wants
Oh, damn it! No, book needs a little bit of help.
Then that was a 10.
Okay, never mind.
He goes, oh, shit. Yeah, my bad. We thought this was unoccupied. You've been gone for quite a while.
How long have you been here?
This is our 5th day.
Cool. Are you guys? Did you guys take a good care? Take good care?
Yeah.
Of it?
Oh, absolutely. It was like when we came here, it was pretty tumbled over. But
Yeah, I think somebody broke in.
yeah, it wasn't us. It was already broken in when we came here.
Do I
but it's
trust
probably
them saying that?
it's even cleaner than it was when we got here. Give me a read a person.
That was also a 10.
He's being honest about that it was already ransacked. It is probably cleaner now than when it was. You think it's unlikely they didn't take anything if they thought there was like a completely unoccupied place and there were valuables, they almost certainly would have taken them.
Right. So I hold 3. Can I hold that 3 until tomorrow morning?
Yeah, when you interact with this guy, you can use them.
Okay, cool.
You used probably one there with the
Were they telling the truth about
yes.
not?
Were they telling the truth?
Yeah, but I think that they did take stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He goes, let me go clear it out real quick. And
yeah, and
then you can have your place all.
And I'm gonna give him a chance to like. I'm gonna say, okay, we'll wait down here, but I'll be expecting that everything will be. Maybe not right where I left it, because again, it did get ransacked by a bunch of fuckheads. But I'll expect that everything is there, and
yeah, absolutely.
And I nod at him,
giving him a chance to be the good guy.
Yeah, and put my stuff back.
Let me go clear it up real quick. And he jogs off into your cave, and you see another like 9 people come out. So there's
Lord.
a couple. Yeah, there's like a couple dozen total here.
What?
Okay.
And
as they come out, I'm gonna say like, if you guys need bedding or anything, like I can spare some.
Oh no, we got enough. We just thought it was a nice place. You got a lovely place here, a wonderful cave. This is top 10 caves we've ever stayed in.
Thanks. I like it.
Yeah, but no, we got enough to stay. We're used to traveling on the road, but we just thought we'd take advantage, put our kind of weaker. You saw most of the ones that did come out are like children, aged, or not like 6-year-olds, but like teenagers. We put our more delicate people in there so they could have a little bit of safety. But it seems like you guys got a real safe town here. But yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Go ahead and get a good night's rest. We'll watch the front for you. Tell us if you want us to move a little further away or anything like that if you're uncomfortable. But
no, I actually think this is good for all of us. Some mutually, some not mutually assured destruction. Some safety in numbers, as they say.
Okay, thank you. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Book.
Book.
MacBook. Red MacBook.
Red MacBook. That's a really silly name. And you over there?
Ocean.
Holy shit! Wait, why do you have 2 heads? Forget you, Ocean. Sorry, 1 second. Cool, nice to meet you, Ocean. What the hell is that thing?
Oh, this is Everest.
Everest? Well, yeah, hi Everest. Nice to meet you. Are you like that whole right arm, or is he?
He is.
What's going on here?
Currently looking for. We'll say he's currently in between bodies.
Okay, yeah, I don't have time to get into that, but that is very concerning. Nice to meet you, Ocean. Nice to meet you, Everest. Nice to meet you, Red MacBook. I am Slimothy Jimothy, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, bye, Slimothy Jimothy.
Thank you. And he goes and starts lighting a fire.
I turn to Ocean and Vesuvius and go, he talks really fast.
I was just about to say, he seems a little tweaky.
You go in, you see it definitely, stuff is not like strewn all over the place, but all of your stuff where you had it is like, it looks like your books were probably all pulled off the shelf and then put back on. So they're in a completely like different order.
Okay.
Your board is still intact,
thank
but
God.
They definitely saw it. They moved the thing that was obscuring it.
Okay.
You had something in front of it.
Yep.
So people have seen it. It's just out for the open. You look in your workshop and it is, people have definitely looked through it, but nothing's broken in here.
Do I see the light?
Not right now.
Fuck. Okay. Hey, Den.
Yeah.
I don't want to put you under fire or anything, but do you think you could get something to Hickory from me?
To Hickory?
Yeah, like not hand deliver it, but just somehow anonymously get him something. Do you think you'd be able to handle that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. And I would like to record a video using the camera that we got from Juniper for Hickory and Fleek.
Oh.
So I'm gonna hold Vesuvius in my hands, and I'm gonna go. We told you something was going on. We told you that something was wrong. We told you to look after this fucking guy in particular. And I point at the bodiless head, and I go, I'm sorry, Vesuvius.
Do you want me to be quiet, or is it okay that I can talk?
No, you can talk. I actually think that probably, emphasizes my point, which is that we told you to have people watch him, and now things have gotten worse. And it's not Ocean's and my fault. I think Vesuvius will back this up. It was his torso.
It was my torso
That did a blowing up. Yeah. And I'm just real frustrated. I'm sorry I wasn't at the town hall. I wanted to be there. I was unconscious owing to his torso. But listen, the deal's still on if you want it to be. And if you don't, then you don't have to worry about us anymore. And I hit the stop button.
Din Wallace grabs the tape and heads out the door, and then we see him back at his house with these big welder's gloves on, and he's gently wiping it down with like a microfiber cloth, getting all the fingerprints off of it. And he gets some fancy brown paper and wraps it up and writes with his left hand on it, "For Hickory's eyes only." Then we see him give it to Callista, who carefully is wearing her whatever food prep gloves that food prep people wear. Nitrile gloves. And she places it in a cup of noodles box right at the top and closes it without taping it shut. And you see her walking over to Hickory's now very locked down courthouse. And she brings this box up to the front, hands it to Pistachio Jones, who takes a quick look at the outside, sees that it's just their normal food order, and brings it in. Sometime later, someone goes to finally grab a cup of noodles and sees this package at the top. And it's just one of Hickory's normal men. And he sees this package addressed directly to Hickory. And he goes and drops it off in a drop box in front of the main courtroom. It sits there for a few minutes until a shadowy figure walking with purpose walks by without looking, grabs it and puts it into their cloak, and leaves behind a small business card that has nothing but a large unibrow on it. Thank you so much for listening to our less explosive transition between arcs episode here. We are about to do a recap bonus episode in the next couple weeks where Jacob and Brady can ask me all sorts of questions about the first arc, and I will answer them mostly honestly. If any listeners happen to have any questions as well, you can send them to us at oops@stu.cool. The music and editing was done by Stu Masterson. The logo was created by Brady McDonough, and all the lighting and special effects is done by Jacob. Love you, bye.